At least 40 people were killed in the attacks on an alleged ISIL facility near Sabratha, a coastal city relatively close to the Tunisian border. Reports suggest many of those in training camps were Tunisian fighters. The camp had been under surveillance for some time, but the US ordered a strike with F-15 fighters and drone aircraft because the group had reportedly commenced unusual firearms training and was practicing maneuvers they believed were consistent with preparations for an imminent terrorist attack.
Overnight, we conducted an airstrike in Libya targeting an ISIL training camp near Sabratha, and Nuruddin Shushan, aka Sabir, a Tunisian national who was an ISIL senior facilitator in Libya and associated with that training camp. We took this action against Sabir in the training camp after determining that both he and the ISIL fighters at these facilities were planning external attacks on U.S. and other Western interests in the region.
Shushan was named as a suspect involved in the terrorist attack at the Bardo National Museum in Tunis last March, which killed more than 20, mostly foreign tourists. Officials also suspect that he was involved in the Sousse beach resort attack, which killed 38, including 30 Britons last June. Though the Pentagon says this is not the start of a sustained US military campaign, US officials say they've identified several training camps in Libya and may choose to carry out more strikes in the future.
As you know, this is not the first time we've taken direct action in Libya or against other high-value ISIL targets, and it may not be the last. We will continue to target ISIL and its infrastructure wherever it exists, and when opportunities such as this emerge, we will exploit them.
The US is now hoping that Libyans will form a unity government before they take comprehensive action. Along with further airstrikes, any sustained supporting military campaign might involve the deployment of some US special forces. Libya has become an increasing area of concern for American officials, given evidence of mounting numbers of foreign fighters there and the fact that Libya is being used as a base to expand its influence in Africa and to mount terrorist attacks abroad. Daniel Wrenches, CCTV, Washington.
Well, local officials in the town of Sabratha have confirmed that as many as 40 people were killed in those U.S. airstrikes targeting Tunisian militant Nuruddin Shushan. It has also emerged that many of those killed in the attack were Tunisians who were reportedly being trained in an ISIL camp close to the border. Maria Galang tells us more.
This is the aftermath of a U.S. airstrike on ISIL targets in the Libyan city of Sabratha. The second U.S. airstrike in 3 months against the hardline Islamist militants. The attack has stunned local civilians.
I live in the house next to the one that was destroyed. There are about 30 meters between my house and that one. Of course, all cars were damaged. The house was damaged, the doors, the windows, everything was damaged. Not a single car was not hit. Me and my family have 6 or 7 cars, and they were all hit.
The mayor of the Libyan city of Sabratha, Hussein Al-Twadi, said the planes hit a building in the city's Qasr Talil district, home to many foreigners. The house had been rented to foreigners, including Tunisians suspected of belonging to ISIL, and medium-caliber weapons, including machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades, had been found in the rubble.
The strike occurred at 3:35. From calm, everything suddenly shook. The doors were flung open and the windows and doors were smashed.
Tunisian security sources have said they believe Tunisian ISIL fighters have been training in camps near Sabratha, which is close to the Tunisian border. Sabratha's mayor said some Tunisians, a Jordanian and 2 women were among the dead. And several Tunisians who had recently arrived in Sabratha were among the survivors. Last June, a U.S. airstrike targeted veteran Algerian militant Mokhtar Belmokhtar and other jihadists meeting in eastern Libya. His fate is still unclear. Maria Galang, CCTV.